Okay folks, welcome back. It's coming up, we're inside 4 minutes to the start of race 6, and things are starting to heat up now because we've got two boats, as we said at the end of last race, two boats tied for equal first. The Pirates on Appliances Online and Thurlow Fisher, and second on points is Yandu, John Winning Senior. He's 4 adrift of the leaders, and then another 4 points behind him is Howie Hamlin, still to really get cracking out here. Now in this race, with the breezes actually picked up a bit, which is good to see. We've probably got about 12 to 15 knots, which is going to make for a much better race. So it all depends on now who's going to crack this start this time. Coco has been unbeatable, three super starts in a row. Can he pull off the fourth? If he can, I'm sure he's going to lead this race from start to finish again. What will the Pirates do? Where will Woody be? I reckon he's going to be down this pin end. I reckon they're all going to be down here on starboard this time. So anybody thinks they're going to get away with a port start on this line must be kidding themselves. Herman's down there setting up for it. So we'll come back to you inside a minute and see how it heats up on the run down to the start. Okay, so we're well inside a minute now. I think there'll be about 45 seconds to go. It's interesting, all these port hand tackers down here. Herman, Howie's having a crack down here as well. CT Battens, Johnny Winning again likes this port tack. Now the problem we got, if you come around the left bit there, Simon, Coco and the other group are starting to put their bows down on starboard. They've got all the rights, so this is going to put the fear of hell into these. You can see that no, Coco's gone back. This is interesting. He's had a look under the boom and he thinks he can get through there on port tack. So great start. Good idea, Coco. He didn't want to get too far over to that pin end, so there he is again, bow down, and he's probably not in front of Herman, but he's level pegging with him. He's to leeward, and I would think that Howie Hamlin has got that start. Another couple of boat lengths to windward, and off they go, all on port tack, all the front bunch anyway. They're all bow down and heading straight out into that current to get that nice little conveyor belt effect. Don't forget, 3 knots of current right to left across this course, and we'll be right through this race. So away they go. We'll pick them up as they approach that top turn mark up under the Golden Gate. Back to you shortly. Get on that, feed in on that now. Pull the trigger as fast as you can.
Okay, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, so this is the lineup for the approach of this top mark, and boy, somebody just crossed on. I'm not quite sure. That could have been Johnny Winning that crossed everybody there on port. No, it's the Pirates, sorry. So all these boats have come across early. Noticeably, when the Pirate ship and Thurlow Fisher went off the line, they were one stacked up on top of each other. Coco was to leeward. He tacked first and put Appliances back, and then he tacked off again because he had the other pack coming back at him. So it's on for young and old. Who's going to get around this top mark? Any one of 4 boats there. Another boat tacking back, obviously not laying, so Herman's in front of that boat. Woody's in there. I think if Woody's laying, he'll be in front of Herman, and that's Thurlow Fisher, I think, has still got them, or it could be Howie Hamlin. A bit unfortunate we can't see without the goggles, but you can see the turn markers right on their bow now, and I think they're all on lay, so this bear away should be rather interesting. So first boat's around, bow down, and I think that's the Pirates. No, Pirates second boat around, but they're all together. So this is a much better race because whoever beats the other home, the Pirates or the Thurlow boat, will be leading this regatta as of this race result because they're tied together. So here it is. Shoots up on the dash down to this gate mark. John Winning jibes off first. White Chute's coming down. Thurlow jibed out. I think Woody might be in front here with that blue chute. So anyway, we'll cut from that and we'll pick them up as they start to spear down towards this gate. The breeze has kicked, as you can see. The boats have got much more pace up, and should be a good little dash to the finish, this one. So there it is, folks. This is the halfway down the dash of the gate, and Howie Hamlin has finally got the wood on him. Howie's crossed Woody, crossed Coco, and it's only the pirate ship now that could contest first place. He's coming across on starboard board, and I think Woody's through there, so it's a full-on sprint to this gate mark. They're all line abreast. Howie to leeward, Woody coming through over the top of him, Herman to weather of everybody, so they're all in a line, and Coco actually got dusted up there going around that top turn mark with all that tacking going on up there. So here's the best race of the regatta so far. They're all in it, and CT Batten's Alex Valling's boats with that white chute is right in the mix as well, probably in front of Thurlow Fisher right now. Great sprint to the gate. Howie hanging it all out. Just got his nose in front. The Pirates, I would think, will give it everything down here, right at the back of the bus. Big Pete ringing the neck of that spinnaker sheet. Same with Noddy. Great drag race now. Through the gate they go, right down to that bottom turn mark at Alcatraz. They'll be able to sail a lot deeper angles this time because the breezes kick, so they're being able to sail freer angles, all fully extended on the rack. That's more like a San Fran type of afternoon. So that's the race. Those four boats are racing for fourth place. So this is a good one. Jibe angles, very important as they head down towards that Alcatraz mark. Howie Hamlin just got his nose in front. The Pirates doing everything they can to get over the top of him. Woody just playing a nice little safe spot to leeward. Probably the way to go there. I think he'll just wait till those guys come back at him and line them up on starboard. So technically looking very exciting for Mike. Okay, so this is a turn at the Alcatraz mark for the first time. It's very congested down there. I think that's Howie Hamlin. Is that right, Rich? Howie Hamlin leads them. The Pirates are second. I can see their insignia, and I think John Winning is in third place, but very closely fought down there. Panasonic's that blue chute dropping now. Coco, still a lot of work to do. He's let Herman get away from him, so this is going to be interesting. Can Coco come back? He's back there in fifth position. Herman's in second. Starting to heat up in the kitchen, so they're on their way back to the gate, upwind for the first time. So we'll sit tight here, and as I get closer and come to the gate, we'll pick it up there. So here's our race for the Windward Gate for the first time, and Howie Hamlin has got them all coming at him, but he's got his race face on. You can tell he got a good start, and he led him through the gate on the way down, and he's tenaciously hanging on to that lead, and he's got them all coming at him. The Pirates, right, just going through the gate now, holding their position. Johnny Winning hanging in there tough, and he's probably going to take third through the gate off Coco. So this is developing into a good race. The first of the Kiwis is the CT Batten boat with Alex Valling. He had a bit of a course alteration with the start boat on the way down there when Coco rolled him, but he's recomposed himself and he's doing a nice job. They're getting on with things. So right now they're heading up to the Golden Gate mark again for the second time and last time, I think, because I think this will only be a two-lap race. We'll confirm that before the end for you. And Coco Howie narrowly in front from the Pirates. Got their race faces on too. They've got to get mean and angry now. So will this be Howie's run to the end of the regatta? A nice bullet here will give those guys a lot of confidence. Big day tomorrow with the bridge to bridge. This could be heating up nicely for us. So see you back up the top mark. No time at all, the way they're going with this run-out tide, a huge run-out tide. So around the mark comes our leader, Howie Hamlin, CST Composites. Race face well and truly on for those three guys today. They needed this, they needed to get a good one in, and who knows, this may just set up the rest of the regatta for them. It's always good to get a bullet and they're looking at one now, because that's all they got to do now is come down through this gate and down to the bottom Alcatraz mark and back on a win. So just keep it up, fellas, and you start to put some heat on those front runners. But out of those our equal points leaders, you got Herman winning in the Pirates, narrowly leading the other equal boat, which is Coco, in the Thurlow boat. So it's all on now to see who's going to come off the course this afternoon as the regatta leader. This is the penultimate run to the before the finish. So sit tight. This should be a beauty. They'll give it everything down here, and we should be able to enjoy some good, tidy, high-speed sailing from these guys. Now that's interesting. The first to jibe off this side was Howie Hamlin, still maintaining his lead. Herman straight into one as well, and likewise Thurlow Fisher. So the three leaders hightailing it out into the current out there to set up their jibe angle approach back to this gate. Howie smoking along. He's giving nothing away in speed out here today, or particularly this afternoon. So America, Australia, and Johnny Winning Senior in the Yandu, bring up in fourth position, still coming down this Crissyfield shore. He's obviously on a hot one there. He likes what he's sailing in, so he's delaying his jibe out, hoping to take some out of those leaders. Now the jibe back. This is the angle Herman wants. He's the first to come back. Howie's still continuing on. Into it he goes. And Coco on a hot one, heading out further. So he wants a little bit more heat coming back into that. Oh, not a tidy manoeuvre there. Very ordinary attempt at a jibe there. I think somebody was slow off the wing. So they just threw away probably 50 metres in a heartbeat there. Getting it back up to speed now, and I'll give that another crack. But that was starting to heat up in the kitchen on that boat. Meanwhile, Herman hooning down here, and Johnny Winning has jibed off finally off this Crissyfield shore, and you'll see him come across the vision shortly, that big blue chute there. So Woody's doing some different angles down here. Not slow at all. He's on a nice ride there, and he's hauled himself now back up in front of Coco. So that was costly for them. Through goes Howie. Leads them still. The Pirates, fully charged. Big Pete ringing the neck of that chute. Likewise, Matt on board the CST Composites. It's all crew work on these fast runs. Spinnaker doing a lot. It's basically the accelerator on these boats, and to keep the boat balanced, you've got to just have that nice little feel for it. Too much ease. Dip the wing in. Now here's a not so close. No, Woody's safely across the front of the Thurlow boat, and the first of the Kiwis, CT Battens, Alex Ginge as they call him, sliding through the gate now, and Merskline heading out on port tack as well, port jibe. He'll have to jibe back to get through that gate, otherwise he won't have negotiated. So that'll be interesting. He's got to come inside that red can out there. Ooh, he's left that right to the death. I think they just realised it. They must have been enjoying themselves. So they're just going to shave inside this red can. Oh no, they got there comfortably in the end. So there's the race. Off down to the bottom mark. Howie Hamlin, CST Composite, leads them narrowly from the Pirates. So that's Howie Hamlin rapidly closing in on that turn mark down there. He's got a tricky manoeuvre now. He's got another jibe, fill the chute, and then get it off and get around that mark cleanly so he can get set up for the... There he goes, jibe coming up now, and Coco you can see rolling over the top of him, but he's a bit further up the track. So Howie's through, chute coming off, difficult manoeuvre, and got a bit on there, but he's... Gee. Can't see him. Did he make it through there? Oh yes, he is. He's upright, but he's had a bad moment there. He's not moving, although probably a little bit unprepared for that. As I said, that was a tough manoeuvre right on his heels. Herman Winning in the Pirates. So they got the second tied down there narrowly from, I think that's John Winning Senior and the Yandu right on his tail, and Coco in a little bit of bother as well down there, not aiming at the mark yet. Here he comes, heading up to the mark now. So Coco brings up in 5th place, and I think that's CT Batten's Alex Valens has done a good job down there. He's closed on Coco. So that's the mark rounding down there for the last time off Alcatraz. Can Howie hang in there and lead them home and take race 6? We'll know very shortly. So this is the leading pack coming towards the finish line. We've only got about a minute and a half of sailing left, and that first boat closest to us or to weather is Howie Hamlin CST Composites, and the second boat on the racetrack is, you can probably make out the skull and crossbones of Appliances Online, the Pirates, and next to lure to that is John Winning. So those three have taken the wide shot at this line. Now if you come around to the right, Simon, you can see these other guys have thrown down the gauntlet here, and one of those is Coco, the most right boat here. They've decided to come inshore earlier. They came across before the others and they've just thrown it down to them. There's Alex Valens in there. There's, I think that's the other Kiwi boat, Maersk, and Hildebrandt Flo at the back of that. So this is the way they've approached this line, but Howie Hamlin is just hanging on for all he's worth, but Herman can't do anything to him then. He's certainly not going to tack off, so Howie's just got to keep the rig in the boat and sail for another 30 seconds, and he is our winner of Heat 6, which has put some more heat into this regatta. Herman's consolidated the lead now by beating Coco home, and Johnny Winning, solid as a rock, will get 3rd, I believe. Coco, I don't think, can get to him, so it'll be Howie Hamlin, Herman Winning, John Winning Sr. and Michael Coxon. He's actually tacked early. He's trying to get to this furthest point on the finish line here. He's aiming straight at this yellow pin. He was trying everything just to grab another point here and beat Woody home. If he can beat Woody, he'd be deliriously happy. But if he doesn't, he's got a boat between him and Herman. Not the way you want to finish up, but anyway. So well done, Howie Hamlin, Matt and Fritz. Sailed a solid race, did the business, got the race face on early and kept them at bay for the whole race. Great job, those guys. Herman, another solid performance after his disappointing race. Last race, race 5, and Johnny Winning. Well, what can you say about the old age and treachery? They just keep putting these good points together. Another podium finish for them, 3rd place today. And now it's a ding-dong battle between Alex Valens and in the CT Battens and Coco. I think Coco's just going to sneak across right on this yellow can here. He's come right up this club shore. So he's 2 points adrift of Herman now. Going into tomorrow's 5th day, which is the fabulous feature race in the afternoon. Late in the afternoon at 5 o'clock is the bridge to bridge. So we're all hanging on for that one. And they'll have Heat 7 will precede that. That race will get away about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going up in the chopper, as we understand, so it's going to be an exciting day. So that's it for us from the St Francis AB deck. Thanks for travelling with us. We'll see you for an exciting day 5 tomorrow. Day 4, sorry.